In this video, we're going to talk about retweeting, replying, favorites, and lists. As you can see, we're back at the home feed. Let's start with retweeting. Retweeting is basically passing on a message, passing on a tweet to your followers. For instance, if there is something that shows up from one of the people I follow that I think is important enough for my followers to read, I simply retweet. So for instance, I think that the idea of the fact that there are 3 books of the Scarlet ARC up for grabs on Goodreads right now is important enough that I want my followers to know. So I simply go in here and click retweet. It shows you the message. Retweet this to your followers. Yes, I would like to do that. Now, it puts the green arrow in the corner of this tweet to let you know that you have sent it out. And then it also shows up that it is one of your tweets. However, when you look at it on the tweets that you have sent out, it does still show that it came originally from the author, Marissa Meyer. Back at the home screen, we'll talk about replies. A reply is when you actually talk back to one of the people that you follow. So for instance, Terry Lassane. Apparently she's talking about that she is reading The 3 Ninja Pigs is the book she's reading today, and she's included a picture. You can click the link to the picture, or if you see here, you can also click View Photo, and it will bring the picture in the window for you. And so if I want to say something back to her, like, that looks like a fun book. You'll have to pass it on when you are finished. And send tweet. Now, what that will do is it will count as a tweet that you have sent out. Everybody that follows you will see it, but Terry Lassane, who is Professor Nana on Twitter, will get a notification and it will show up in her feed that I have said something back to her. And the reason that happens is because that ampersand is there in front of her name. Whenever you type that in one of your tweets, it will go to their feed so they know that you have mentioned them. A way to see if someone has been talking to you, just in case you miss it in your feed, you can click connect, and you know that that's where to go because of the ampersand. Click connect, and if you have any people that have mentioned you, favorited a tweet, or followed you, it will appear here on this page. Let's go back to the home feed. And now we will talk about favorites. I see that John Shu, who is very active on Twitter and a respected person in his field, he is a teacher or a librarian, has new signs for the buzzboard. And so I wanted to see what the buzzboard was. And so I clicked View Photo. So what it looks like is he is talking about books that are coming out or coming to his library, and he's giving kids a chance to put those books on hold or just letting them know about that. And I really like that idea. So I am going to favorite that tweet. So you notice that in the corner of this one, I have a little star. The way to see the tweets that you've favorited, you'll go to your profile there, where you see your tweets, and there is favorites. So this is a great way to keep track of all of those tweets that come along that you don't want to get lost, that you think are important for you to go back and look at later. The last thing we'll talk about in this video are lists. Lists are completely optional, but they're a way that you can organize the people that you follow. So when I click on lists, you can see that I don't have any right now. However, I do have some in mind. My list names could be leaders in the field, and I'll make it public, and I'm going to save that list. Since I already have people on my following page I'd like to add to this list, I will click there, and then I will go to this button next to their name with the down arrow and say add to a list, click, and done. Liz Burns, and close out. Colby Sharp, and close out. And you just click all of the people that you would think would go in that list until you're finished. Now, I also have another list I'd like to create, and that is authors. So I'm going to do that directly from this drop-down menu, and I'm going to create a list to include this author, and I'm going to just name it authors and save the list. Click and go out. Same with Gabriel Zevin. Same with Scott Westerfeld. And so on. Now when I go to my lists page, you can see that I have authors and leaders in the field. And when I click on those, the tweets that pop up are only the people I have added to that list. So this is a way for you to just filter the tweets that you are looking at. In the next video, we're going to talk about really one of the most important educational uses for Twitter, and those are the Twitter chats. And we will focus on the different ones available and an online program called Tweet Chat that will really help you be successful in participating in those Twitter online chats.